Alright, greetings. I'm wearing Atlanta Thrashers. I'm wearing Kansas City Scouts. I am neutral right now. We're going to take a quick look at the standings and whatnot, and I should have checked this hat before I started the bloody video. What are you laughing about over there in the corner?
Absolutely nothing.
Alright. And I recommend everybody go and watch her video on how to fix hockey jerseys. It's in my videos. She can't believe people actually watched it, so I think she's a very good speaker. Okay, as the Shattenkirk trade sinks in, and I'm baffled by the Shattenkirk trade. There's no way that the Blues couldn't get more than that for Shattenkirk, and if they couldn't, don't trade Shattenkirk. You could have traded him at the draft. You could have worked out something with Vegas. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I don't understand for the life of me what's going on there. Alright, tonight's action. We saw Montreal come back to beat New Jersey 4-3 in a game that showed no signs of life until the third period. Tampa destroyed Ottawa. And Minnesota won a barn burner against the Kings. And I honestly think we could be looking at a first-round preview for the playoffs in that series. That game could lead to that series in April. Because of what the Blues did, I'm going to take a look here. The Blues are currently sitting 2 points ahead of the Kings. And the Blues have a game in hand. The Blues are 3 points back of Calgary. They are 4 points back of Nashville with a game in hand on Nashville. 2 games in hand on Calgary. I don't see how they're going to have upward momentum when they've got rid of Shattenkirk. That has to be something that the guys in the room are going to be a little bit disheartened by. Like, this is a guy who's a glue guy, a core guy, and they just traded him. They traded him. I don't understand it. I don't. Because they didn't get anything back, and they needed something back. I know they've lost 3 in a row, but they needed something back. You don't just go, well, we're done, and throw it out. I mean, maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe they'll go on a run here. I just don't see it. Now, with the win tonight, Minnesota pulls 3 points ahead of Chicago again. Chicago's on a nice little run here, 4 in a row. And Nashville's won 3 in a row. So for Minnesota, they've got to make sure that they maintain their momentum. Nashville's way too far back. 15 points is insurmountable. Not going to happen. Nobody in the world thinks Nashville's going to catch anybody that they're behind. They're 12 points back of Chicago. But Minnesota can't give Chicago a window. So, making sure they came back, they won that game tonight. That was huge. A lot of heart shown by Minnesota. Dubnyk was kind of shaky. Quick was kind of shaky too. The overtime goal, I felt bad for Jonathan Quick. Kopitar blew a tire coming back. It's not the first time I've watched a Kings game and said, wow, Kopitar's really lost a step. Literally, on that winning goal, he lost a step. Granlund goes around him, and Kopitar can't catch up. He just dove to the ice to try to knock the puck off his stick. And when the puck went in the net, Kopitar was still sliding. So, that's something that the Kings definitely have to look at. The Kings definitely have a problem there. Jersey, with the overtime loss, they're 7 points back, so they're definitely in a position where they're going to be selling come deadline. And for Ottawa, that was a kick in the nuts. Now they're 4 points back of Ottawa with 2 games in hand. They're 2 games behind Montreal with 2 games in hand. And even if they win both games and they make up that 4-point difference, the regulation overtime wins, Montreal has the tiebreaker there. So it's tough for Ottawa. They could have held a larger lead over Boston too, because if it's Ottawa-Boston in the first round, whoever has home ice, I'm probably going to lean in their favor when I'm making my playoff predictions. But wow. Tomorrow night looks like it's going to be a big night. Tonight was a rather slowish night for hockey on the ice. But off the ice, I just don't... Shattenkirk deal just boom. I'm like, okay, yeah, the Burrows deal, that makes sense. Yeah. The Boyle deal, that's a good deal. Jordy Ben deal, that kind of sucks. But Jordy Ben's not, not a key guy for Dallas, so it's all right. Shattenkirk went for what? Yeah, that's when my head exploded all over the wall. Just like scanners. I really, maybe St. Louis knows something I don't. Maybe Doug Armstrong knows something I don't. Maybe a Blues fan out there can enlighten me on what happened here, because I am genuinely lost. I do not understand what happened there. So me wearing Thrashers and Scouts means I am officially bewildered and homeless on this issue. I don't have any interest in whether the Blues win. I have some interest in whether or not the Capitals win based on a prediction I've been doing all season long on who's going to win the Stanley Cup. But yeah, I didn't foresee any of this coming, because with Shattenkirk on that blue line, and with Washington losing nothing, that blue line becomes the best top six in hockey. And I don't know that it's close. I don't. I really don't know that it's close. You guys can dispute with me in the comments below about other teams that you think might be close. I agree that when the Penguins are healthy, they're close. I agree that the Hawks can be close. I agree that the Wild definitely have that potential. But to me, just adding Shattenkirk for nothing to that Washington blue line when they were already on pace to win the President's Trophy, that's not right. That's not letting any of the other teams have a shot. That's not letting any of the other teams have a shot at the President's Trophy. Now, the President's Trophy does not mean a Stanley Cup. I'm going to get into that at some point soon, where I get into President's Trophy winners that have been absolute flops in the playoffs. So that people who go, oh, we're going to be number one overall, you got to temper yourself, because regular season hockey and playoff hockey are completely different. Regular season, for instance, the Kings and the Wild are going to move on from this game tonight and go, okay, for the Kings, it's like, all right, well, we got a point in Minnesota. We didn't get exactly what we wanted. For Minnesota, it's, well, we got a scare. We move on. If it's a 7-game series and that's game one, I guarantee game two, the Kings are coming out firing. Minnesota's going to feel a little bit nervous because they did have to fight back so many times from being down. They know they can't do that in the playoffs again. And the whole mentality of a series is completely different from regular season. That's why, it's nice to see teams finish first overall, second, or even third. And definitely there's a case to be made for, if your team finishes below about 6th overall, they're probably not a contender and they're probably not going to win. Because most Stanley Cup champions are top 5 or top 6 teams in the NHL. I know people mentioned the Kings winning it in 2012, but that was an abnormality. That's not the way it normally goes. Normally, the lower seeds, if they win early, they normally go out quickly after they get that first round win. It's unusual for them to go to the final and win in the Stanley Cup. So I'm not betting on that happening this year either. But if Minnesota and LA meet in the first round, that's going to be a very interesting series. Very interesting series. Again, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. Ton of videos tonight. Again, I'm in a way, I'll be happy when the trade deadline's over, so I can get back to the regular standard kind of thing. Yeah, the trade deadline is exciting. This is fun stuff. When the Blues are deciding, well, we're not running it this year, we're done. No, don't make trades when you're drunk, is basically the lesson for tonight. I don't know if this is maybe Doug Armstrong thinks he's playing NHL 17. He's like, oh, hell, I'll just throw this and they give me a couple draft picks. That's funny. Oh, crap, I did that on my phone. Oh, jeez, I'm fired. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But all I know is that this is one of the strangest deadline deals I've ever seen. I'm going to have to go through deadline archives. I've been doing that lately, going through old trade deadlines, looking at old trades. I'm going to go through trade deadline archives and find the weirdest deals, the most unexpected, the biggest, and the worst. So I'll be doing that in the next couple of days as well. Especially if deadline day, when I'm doing the live stream, if it's a slow deadline, and it could be, I'm going to have some serious fun with this, boys and girls, if girls are out there. There's probably a female or two that watch the channel, I think. I'm pretty sure there is. In which case, I I don't know how you got here. But thanks for watching. I will talk to you all again tomorrow. It's likely that trades will happen while I'm at work or while I'm downstairs watching television, as the Shattenkirk deal did. If I'm sitting here waiting for deals, they don't happen. So it's that whole watched kettle, boil, pot, boiled water, double bubble, boil and trouble, whatever. You know what I mean. Again, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all again tomorrow.